Hi there, I'm Matt, and this is my wife Kim and my daughter Aria. We have decided to become live-aboard sailors. I know, we're nuts.
But we think we're in good hands.
Steer the boat to starboard!
This week on Sailing the Atlas, we are continuing our trek east across the United States. We're in the very northeastern part of Montana right now. We should be in North Dakota later today, and more eastward after that. Well, you sure as hell can't tell by the scenery, but we are in fact in the United States of America now. So. Kim's all stressed out about the border crossing.
You were too.
I was too. You were more stressed than I was. But
I don't know why, but
it was like the usual drugs, alcohol, yep, beer, got a little bit of rum. Like, what do you do for work? Upholstery. You want to the States to do any upholstery? No, I don't have a sewing machine. Okay, have a good trip. Oh no, he was like, where are you going? Florida. How long? Most of the winter probably. And that was pretty much all there was to it. He was like, okay, have a good trip. And then we were gone. We gotta stop in a place that's called Harvey? Haver?
There's no R before the
There's a place in Montana. We're gonna try and get some SIM cards so that we have cellular capabilities again, and then we'll mosey on down the road. See how far we go today. It's already been a complete disaster today. Well, it's been a complete disaster, but we're way later than we thought. We thought we'd hit the border 4 hours ago, so we're way behind, but we're making it work. Anyway, we're gonna catch up with you guys down the road. We'll see you in a bit. All right. So even with all our craziness today, we made it to our destination that we were hoping for. This place is called Sleeping Buffalo Hot Springs. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure all the pools are in this building, sort of in front of the truck and trailer. And there was a sign back by the rock saying that there was, or back by the highway saying that there was a rock that was Sleeping Buffalo Rock. We didn't get a chance to read the thing, but we're inferring that that's where the name came from, that there's a rock that looks like a sleeping buffalo. So, we'll figure out that part tomorrow. There's also some free camping nearby and some cheap camping right here. We'll decide what the heck we're gonna do after we go to the hot springs. We made it to the Sleeping Buffalo Hot Springs.
Worth the drive. A long ass drive.
Yeah, it was a pretty.
What a day.
It was a pretty day.
Oh, my body already feels better.
This is why I wanted to come tonight. It was a really big day, and I was like, I could really use a soak in a hot spring tonight. How cold is this one, Aria? Let me see your face. Let me see your face.
I'm definitely not going in that one.
Yeah. That one is excessively cold. That's the Wim Hof pool right there.
I don't even know if I can stick my feet in.
You're just going for it. You maniacs. Do it, kiddo. She got into the top of her butt. How you feeling, sir?
I feel like it was very cold in there. Very, very cold in there.
Oh, this probably feels extra hot.
Yeah, it feels great. This pool came up about 5 degrees. Yep, this hot water pool is exactly what this tired driver needed. And the rest of my fam jamboree too.
Yeah, it was a long day.
It was. And an interrupted night last night with the exploding window. We were talking about it on the way here, how like every single day so far on this entire trip has felt like triple length days. I think it's indicative of living in the now more than we used to, but who really knows? It certainly feels good though.
Our little fish practicing her diving.
Good job.
Here you go, Daddy.
My turn? But I'm not wearing goggles. But I was going to talk to you guys about what you thought about the Sleeping Buffalo Hot Springs.
That was good. I liked that.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Super very
It was, wasn't it?
The hot pool wasn't too hot. Or no, sorry. The medium
Yeah.
wasn't too bad. So that was nice and refreshing.
And you were allowed to swim in it and have fun in it.
Yeah.
Swim and have
That
fun.
was Aria's whole thing.
Good morning, one and all. So, we stayed at a lake, we think. It was pretty dark when we got here. So I think it's time to go see where the heck we ended up. Need a pair of flipper floppers for my feet. Definitely enjoyed our hot springs soak last night. Wow. Cool. Oh, that's a pretty nice looking spot. So my understanding is that this is a man-made reservoir called the Nelson Reservoir. I don't know what dam that would be or any of that stuff, but it's a pretty place. There's a whole whack of something or others over here that seem to be less than happy that I'm here. Seem to all be moving off. Good morning, everybody.
From the US of A.
From the USA, yeah. We made it into the country yesterday. Our plan for today is to get back in the truck at least 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We haven't had breakfast yet either. We went for a walk instead.
I did.
Aria's been working on breakfast, but so yeah, we're gonna get back in the truck and we're gonna head east and get, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours down the road again. And I think hopefully for like almost the first time in our trip, we'll actually hopefully be off the road by like mid to early afternoon instead of late. And it was dark when we got here last night. That was the hot springs, but
Yeah.
Hot Springs fault.
Yeah. All right,
Anyway.
let's go back up
Yeah.
the trailer.
we're gonna pack up and we're gonna get out of here. We'll see you guys down
See
the
you
road.
down the road.
Once again, we forgot to film any of it, but we're getting pretty efficient at the morning pack up and hit the road in this.
Except we still check the fridge like 5 times.
Well, I think that's what makes us efficient.
I
is that
guess
we
so.
do not screw up the fridge log.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna hit the road and we'll see you down the trail.
Woohoo.
I was grabbing a banana.
Already?
I'm hungry still. I'm a hungry butt. I'm not gonna look until we get out.
All right. So, it would look, we saw this on the way in last night, but we were all chomping at the bit to get to the hot springs, so we didn't stop. But my understanding is that these two rocks over here look like a sleeping buffalo from far away, probably hundreds of years ago, and that's why this place is called Sleeping Buffalo. We'll read the sign here in a sec. Sleeping Buffalo Rock. Montana's native people revere this boulder that once perched high atop a windswept ridge overlooking the Cree crossing on the Milk River. The ancient weather-worn effigy resembled the leader of a herd of buffalo on an outcrop of gray granite. Ancient markings define its horns, eyes, backbone, and ribs. Since late prehistoric times, native people of northern plains have honored the sleeping buffalo's spirit power. A Chippewa Cree elder explained that these rocks are sacred just like our people. These timeless objects continue to figure prominently in traditional ceremonies, linking the present with the past, when the power of the prairie was the buffalo. But yeah, this one here really looks like a sleeping buffalo because it's got like the big hump on its back and then like the head and like the bum. That's pretty cool. What? We need to buy time to get the camera running. What the hell are those people doing?
We did it!
We made it to our second state! We must be in North Dakota now. All of this looks pretty familiar. I feel transported back to northern Alberta. So we made it to Little Beaver Bay Campground on what the map calls the Missouri River, which I'm a little bit confused. I'm not real good on geography in the States, so we're gonna have to do a little research there. That could maybe be part of our social studies project, is to figure out why this is called the Missouri River when Missouri is a long ways from here by my recollection. I guess maybe this is like the headwaters of the Missouri River. I'm not really too sure. There's this huge reservoir here, and then there's like another one that's like lake I'll have to look it up. I'll put it here or on a map or something for you to see. But I didn't really see any like big rivers flowing into this, so I feel like this is like the original lake man-made reservoir that is the beginning of the Missouri River, but I'm not even sure which way it goes. So we'll look that up in a little bit and we'll figure that out. It's yeah, we'll walk down there as well. It's definitely not the most prettiest campground I've ever seen. There's not a lot of trees, but it's no, there's not much privacy, but we're only here for one night, so who cares? You said what?
Who cares?
Who cares? We'll go for a walk down to the lake, river thing, whatever the hell it is. Have a look around, and
then you'll spin me on the spinny thing at the park.
And then apparently there's a spinny thing at the park I need to spin her on.
It's like,
like a tire swing?
No.
Like that round thing we were on at the other park a couple days ago?
Yeah, but it's not just meant for one person. It's meant for more than one.
All right, well, I guess we'll have to
go. A lot more than one. It's like a big wheel. There's metal bars.
Oh, a merry-go-round.
Yeah, kind of one of those.
Ah, cool. Those don't even exist in Canada anymore. They've been deemed far too unsafe for children. pretty cool.
Whoa.
Like, super steep. I don't know what they're doing. Some kind of erosion management or whatever here, that piece of equipment that just went by. But yeah, like super steep drop off and bluffs out that way. Big bastard. I don't know how to say it. I've always said Sacagawea, but I was just reading it a minute ago and there's no G's in there, so I don't know if it's Sacagawea or if that's just like a language specific pronunciation maybe I don't know about. Anyway, this is Lake Sacagawea right here, which is on the Missouri River, which is a hotbed of water sports and otherwise. I personally want to go sailing right now. I feel like we made it to the ocean.
Yeah, it's huge.
Sounds like the ocean.
It does sound like the ocean, doesn't it? With all this splishy splashy noises.
Dad, you can tie a boat up to this.
Well, obviously, that's what the dock's here for. See the goose?
This is really good.
So I don't know if you can see it or not, but just right there, that's the beginning of Little Beaver Bay. We'll try and get a better shot of that. But there's a decent sized bay that's around the corner back in that way, and that little creek we were driving along and all that stuff we were driving along to get in here is just kind of back in that direction.
Oh, hi there.
You can take the girl out of Canada, or out of Alberta specifically, but she's gonna find a way to make Caesars.
So it's a beautiful place here at Little Beaver Bay, I think is what it is, in North Dakota, but it is an absolute fly-pocalypse here. Check this out. Wow, that's a lot of flies.
There were so many bugs. We decided to stay inside and do some schoolwork.
Oh, so we survived Fly-pocalypse 2023.
That was ridiculous.
It was crazy last night. We killed, I don't know, probably hundreds outside. And it seemed like they were replaced by thousands of retribution seekers. And then when we came inside, there was, I don't know, there was a couple of, maybe 3 dozen flies in here that we killed. I was like 40 minutes with the fly swatter. Kim was doing dishes and cleaning up. I was on fly duty the entire time, and there's still
Flies.
at least 2 or 3 in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a really nice spot, except for that.
Yeah.
It was a bit
I kind of had fun killing the flies.
gustery. Sit right out on the end of my knee. Yeah.
It was fun killing the flies.
It was fun killing the flies, but it was more fun not having to kill the flies inside. Outside was fine, but anyway, this was Little Beaver Bay, North Dakota.
Yeah.
And we're gonna head for somewhere in and around the Bismarck, North Dakota today. And my wife wants to try a Cracker Barrel.
No, we're gonna
Yes, she
skip it.
does.
This I do.
She does.
I've heard so much about it.
I've never heard of this place in my whole life. She's like, it's a Cracker Barrel!
And they have camping at this one, but we're gonna skip it and go to a real campground.
Well, I guess the mind has changed.
Yes.
But apparently Cracker Barrel's a thing.
It is a thing. Oh, we got a monkey.
Oh, yeah, we got moving in front of the camera while talking her. Anyway,
That's
yeah.
our mission.
That's our mission for today, is to get to Bismarck and area. don't like seeing that 27.9 kilometers per liters per 100 kilometer. That's for damn sure.
No, it's really high.
It's been really windy, and North Dakota is very up and downsy. But we'll just get through and get on to the next place when we do.
Nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, we're gonna stop off at Wally's World here and buy some groceries and a couple other things, and then a little bit further down the road, and then that's it for today. So it turns out that in Bismarck, North Dakota, which is the capital of North Dakota, we understand, now that we researched it, that there is literally only one bank in the entire city of, what did you say, 70,000?
Yeah.
There's one bank in the entire city of 70,000 people that does Canadian American foreign exchange. Who knew?
Yeah, and we maybe dropped the ball, missed the mark, I don't know.
Could be.
Didn't exchange enough before we left.
Yeah, I mean, I think we did, because we're okay, but we definitely didn't exchange any extra. We did call ahead, and we're headed to Fargo, North Dakota. So yeah, we're gonna go there. We already called ahead to a bank there, and they said that they definitely do Canadian American foreign exchange, so.
Yeah. And if other states are like this, we just find like a big international airport or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, we'll figure
And
it out.
I think we'll just exchange bigger chunks than what we had intended to. I kind of thought we'd do like a couple $100 at a time or whatever, but it doesn't look like that's necessarily the best plan, so we'll just change plans.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, we're out of Bismarck. We got about an hour until we're at the spot where we think we're staying tonight. Medina, North Dakota, I think. And yeah, should be Fargo tomorrow. No?
I haven't got it once yet.
How come?
Dolly taught us to always aim at the corner.
Uh-huh. Oh!
And it even did the spinny winny.
I even got that on film. We're gonna do an experiment here. 2 adults on one side of a picnic table. Okay, we're good. No flipping. Today on Sailing the Atlas, you get to eat me.
What?
Today on Sailing Atlas, you get to watch me eat a chicken leg. Oh, that's good, Mama. Well, we didn't really say much this morning, but we are in fact on the road, and we are headed for Fargo, North Dakota, which is in fact in North Dakota, contrary to what I thought I said the other day.
Yeah.
I thought Fargo was in Minnesota, but it is in North Dakota, but like literally right on the border. So
Yeah.
we need to do some laundry today. We need to stop at a bank and change some Canadian to American, and we need to do an oil change on my truck. And I think we're also stopping at a Wally's World because 2 out of 3 of those things are near a Walmart. So I don't know if we've got other groceries we need to touch up on. We'll figure that out later. Anyway, we're on the road already. We got a little bit later start. We've been driving about an hour. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning now. We got about another hour or so to go to Fargo. Probably a few hours of getting things done, and then I think we're headed for somewhere like about another hour past Fargo. It's not a huge day today. We're doing a fairly short day because we had some things to do. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Anyway, we'll see you down the road. So it turns out in a post-COVID world, it is exceptionally difficult to exchange Canadian cash for American cash. I believe that's the fifth bank or fourth bank that has said, no way, can't do it, don't know how, don't know who to talk to, so on and so forth. It sounds like, I don't know what this Great Northern Plains Coins is what I'm headed to now. Kim said she talked to them on the phone, and apparently they will do the exchange for a one-time $15 fee. The bank we just left, I can't recommend to anyone ever, because we called them yesterday from across North Dakota, and they said, oh, absolutely, no problem, we can do that on the phone. And then I walked into the bank, and they absolutely would not do it unless I opened an account in their bank, which is not going to happen, because obviously I'm not from North Dakota, and I do not want a bank account in North Dakota. So we're just going to keep trying until we get this Canadian converted. I wish I had brought more with me. I'd do more at once, but we'll just work with what we got, I guess. See what happens. I will keep you updated if we ever get any money. We had McDonald's. There's that or Taco Bell by the laundromat, so go with the devil you know, I guess. Alright, so we did manage to get some cash. We did manage to get American cash. It ended up being like a rare coin dealer. Was the only place in Fargo, which is I think 120,000 people, the only place in Fargo, he said, that will exchange Canadian for American. Apparently we totally made a misstep by not exchanging a bunch of Canadian for American before we left Canada. Last time I came to the States, it was a significantly worse deal to roll into a Canadian bank and exchange Canadian money for American money. They charged me a premium exchange rate because, you know, banks don't make enough money as it is. But I guess that's not really how it works anymore. We made it to the laundromat as well. We are in the process of doing some laundry right now, and we used our Boondockers Welcome membership for the first time today, and we have been accepted as guests at like a little hobby farm that's about an hour from Fargo here in the direction we're trying to go. So we're gonna go stay there tonight. We may stay there tonight and tomorrow night if we feel like tomorrow needs to be a rest day. It was sort of originally the plan that tomorrow would be a rest day, but it's only gonna end up being like 3 hours of driving today, even if it was 3 hours of driving to all the banks and trying to figure out the money situation here in Fargo. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Finish up some laundry and then we'll get out of here and check in with you again at the hobby farm.
Next week on Sailing the Atlas, we finally make it to the Atlantic Ocean.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe down below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell.